Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Eric.
Ta-da! I was first because we talked about it this time.
Woo! Well, you were just so upset about it last time. You
I wasn't
clearly wanted to be
upset.
the
I
one to
was
say hi
not
first.
upset about it. I was pointing out the fact that once you get into a habit of something, it's hard to break the habit.
Why are you raising your voice if you're not upset about it?
Because you're stupid and I'm trying to clarify. I'm trying to I'm trying to decipher the idiocy that is happening. I'm trying to decipher your idiocy for the greater masses.
I'm just getting a lot of emotion from you about this.
I'm trying to
I thought you
decipher
would be
your idiocy for the
excited.
greater masses.
You got to go first this time. So I thought you would be excited to be the one that said hi first.
Nah. It's an empty joy, empty victory, you know?
And so your life is sort of empty.
No. My life is not empty. My conflict with you, even when I win, is empty because I win so often and there's no joy left, you know?
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's empty, like that we are void of conflict.
Oh,
I
no,
thought
no.
that's what you were saying.
Us? Void of conflict? No. We literally had a full-on arguing match at work like a week ago. Granted, it was very facetious and silly, but it still sounded from the outside like an arguing match, and I feel like some of the coworkers did not appreciate it.
Was that the one where we were asked to stop talking?
No, we were asked to move on, which by definition did not mean we had to tone down the volume. It just had to change subject. But
That's true.
and then I
But
was
still,
and
people
then I was
asking you to move on.
and then I was harassing you as like people do, where I was just trying to egg you on, even though you were like, okay, we're supposed to stop now.
I think I mentioned that to you. You said, I don't remember exactly what you said, but you said multiple things to me, and I just have to kind of give you that death stare look because I told you that I can't laugh even though it's funny what you say because it's one of those like it's like little kids, you can't laugh at the thing they're doing or they'll keep doing it. You
I
know?
mean, not that that stopped me.
No, it never stops you, just like a little kid.
I was
You
still
just keep
doing
doing
it.
it anyway.
Now, what it was it was the one where you were saying,
Wada.
no. That was last episode. Um, what it was, you ruined it. The thing that happened was
You ruined
you
it.
ruined it. You had said something along the lines of like we were in our original like discussion argument. There was a like you were arguing something that like just because we're in the middle of an argument or a discussion doesn't mean that we can't agree on a point, right? And you
Yes, that
kept
is
saying
what I
that
said to you.
because in your argument that was wrong, you were saying something else and I was saying something whatever. But then after we had changed subject a little while later, we were talking about something else and I said something and then you said a response that was kind of like you had a tone of voice like a slightly argumentative even though like you were agreeing or like it was the same thing I had said and then I like looked at you and was like, Cassie, just because we're arguing doesn't mean I can't agree with you. And you gave me a face like a utter look of betrayal, like I can't believe you've done this expression.
Well, it's just I so often think you're not listening. So then when you throw things I say back at me, I think I'm just in shock that you heard anything I
Nah, it's
said.
just because, people like to say things, but they don't actually believe things. So when I throw it back at you, you're like, ah, if it's not my own words.
I think that was the whole argument we were having.
Wait, they like to say things, but they don't actually believe things?
Yeah, because that was the whole argument we were having is I felt like you were saying something you didn't believe and you just were saying it to say it.
Well, I mean, that's how facetious arguments work in the first place.
Yeah.
One person picks an absolutely wild, absurd stance, and the other person tries to argue them off of it.
Oh, so you agree your stance was absurd.
No, yours was absurd because your
Well,
argument. Okay,
no.
for the sake of context, not that we're going to get into this right now, but your
It sounds like we're
argument,
about to get into it.
your argument, you had said in a previous discussion that you believe that amnesia patients should not be told anything about their life so as to not give them undue pressure to conform to who they were before. Is that
was a
not
different
basically your
argument.
point? Was that not your point? That was your point.
That was not the same argument we're having.
That was your point.
Different argument we were having.
No, that was the one we were arguing about. We were arguing about the one we argued about that time. Yes.
We just
yes, it
argued
was
too much.
because I was saying I was taking it to a little bit of an extreme, but I was still saying that you were saying that amnesia patients should be, as soon as they wake up, should be thrown out the door and thrown on the streets because you don't want to tell them anything.
Yep, you did take that to an
And
extreme.
that's what
I
you were
agree.
saying because you were saying you should not tell them anything about their life because that puts undue pressure for them to conform to what they used to be. Like, say if they were, because the example you gave, if they were like a vegetarian and then they don't remember being a vegetarian and they go to eat meat and you go, oh, you can't eat that because you're a vegetarian. Like, you shouldn't tell them that because that's undue pressure on that they don't necessarily, because amnesia is an opportunity to reinvent yourself, is what you were saying.
Yeah, like you should say, hey, You were a vegetarian before, so I don't know if you want to eat that. Not you can't eat that.
Is that
That was
not
my
the
point. My
same?
point was
To me, that's the
it's
same.
not the same. It's not the same. Telling someone they can't do something versus, hey, maybe you don't want to, are different things.
I'm sorry. If I were an amnesia patient, I would rather someone say, "Hey, you're vegan, you can't eat that," or "You're vegetarian, you can't eat that," rather than them putting this weird like morality question on me of the, "Hey, you used to be a vegetarian, now you have to decide on the spot whether or not you still are." Like that would be more bothersome.
You think so? You would rather someone just tell you who you are?
Especially since it's who I were, yes, who I was,
Who were I were, okay.
because I think I would want to know who I was. I'd want to know like what things were the
Right.
things
And
that
I feel
defined
like
me.
saying, hey, you've been a vegetarian for the last however long, 2 weeks. I just wanted you to.
Hey,
Sorry.
hey, Cassie, if you ever get amnesia, do I have permission to just start telling you things that are straight up lies about yourself and see how many of them you believe?
Yeah, I do. I do give you
Because that would
permission
be
for that.
so funny.
Ooh. What are you going to start with?
um,
I won't remember. You can tell me I won't remember.
I'm thinking it's got to be something that's like somewhat believable, but also weird. Like you decided you hate, like absolutely hate potatoes and won't eat potatoes.
I'm allergic. No, just tell me I'm allergic to potatoes. So then I'm scared to eat
But you can't
potatoes.
tell them that, Cassie, because that would dictate choices that they can make about their life that you shouldn't influence them with, you know? Telling them, oh, you can't eat
Right.
potatoes, it
So
might
you
kill you.
agree. You agree. Telling me I can't eat potatoes would dictate my life choices.
No, but
from
where
that
do you
point
stand on
forward.
that? Do you think
Okay.
you can tell them if it's actually something that might kill them?
Yeah, again, I'd be like, hey, just so you know, you're allergic to that, but do what you want.
If you want to die, if you want to eat that and die, here's a
I
peanut
have
butter
an
and jelly
EpiPen.
sandwich. You are allergic to peanuts, you might die, but go for it.
Well, why would I make you? See, that's also interesting. Why would I make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if I knew you were allergic to peanuts?
I almost was like, here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're definitely allergic to peanuts, so you might die, but live a little. Oh wait,
You're definitely allergic to peanuts and have a gluten intolerance, and you don't like grape. But here you go.
I've always wanted to use an EpiPen. That's like my sister has. She's always wanted to use an EpiPen. It's like one of her dreams, one of her bucket list items is to use an EpiPen on somebody because she thinks it would be fun. Because like the concept is fun. It's like pull the cap off and just whack them in like the leg with it.
Well, I don't use an EpiPen, but man, if I did, I 100% would want her to be the person around because I wouldn't want to do it. So if I ever, to me, to myself, but let alone, I hope if I'm ever in a situation I have to give someone an EpiPen, I hope your sister is there.
I will say the good news about EpiPens, because I've done like first aid classes where they have like the practice ones and stuff. And the good news is about them is it doesn't take any skill. It's not like a technical thing or a difficult thing. It really is just pull the cap off and whack them with it.
Yeah, because isn't that the point? Is it supposed to be like easy, life-saving measure kind of thing?
Dummy proof. And the argument would be that it's simple enough that even if you're panicking, the adrenaline would be enough to make you do it anyway.
Were you the one telling me that you were in a class or you knew someone that
I
was in a
wasn't in the
class
class,
and
but
when
when
you
I
got
took the class, the instructor
okay.
was telling us this story. Yeah, it was a story that like they were doing because so prop EpiPens, they work the same except they don't have the needle or the epinephrine in them. Obviously, right? It's just like the plastic casing, and then it's got a spring in it that will just go like make a clack sound, and it's got the trigger. So you pull the cap off, you whack it with the trigger like on someone's leg, and it just goes click. And you're like, okay, that would you pretend did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was saying how they had a class once where somehow a real EpiPen got mixed in with the props.
Ugh.
So one of the people that was doing this little practice back and forth, like to take the cap off, whack it on like the pair you off into partners, right? And it's like to take the cap off, whack it into their leg to pretend you gave him an EpiPen so you can practice.
Mm-hmm.
And it was real. So the person got a sudden injection of basically adrenaline. And luckily it's not something that unless you have like heart problems, it's actually going to be like dangerous particularly. But it does make you give like an adrenaline rush for like the next couple hours. And the guy was like, there was so much paperwork to be done because a
Yeah.
student just got a real EpiPen shot accidentally.
Ugh. That's awful. Not really even the
Yeah.
adrenaline part. The adrenaline part doesn't bother me. It's the getting stabbed in the leg. And actually, I wouldn't even care if I was the person that got stabbed. I don't want to do the stabbing.
Well, the worst part is EpiPens, from what I understand, I don't actually know, I've never seen one, but from what I understand, they're also fairly big needles because they're designed to deliver quickly.
My dad had EpiPens for a little while. I don't know if he still does. I should ask him about
I
that.
mean, if he's allergic to something that requires
Well,
an
like
EpiPen, you really should still
I
have
knew he
one.
had, I know he used to have him in his car, and now I'm kind of like, I should wait, double check that and see if he still does.
Make sure that he has it just in case.
Well, because he's like pretty allergic to like uh insect stings and stuff, like bees and wasps and whatever. And
Bees.
one time he was driving down the interstate, a bee flew in the car, or maybe it was a wasp, flew in the car and stung him. And so he had to like pull over and I think give himself an EpiPen.
Yikes.
But it was just
That's why you don't drive with the
it
windows
was
open,
just like,
people.
oh, I love driving with the windows open. How do you hit the tree if you don't drive with the window open?
With your car. Not kidding.
Duh.
No,
Because you.
I do the whack with the windows open with if I have it. But forewarning, you have to be very slow, otherwise you'll break your fingers
yeah,
or something.
but I was just saying, but if you never drive with the windows open, do you only drive with the windows open like on back roads or something? Like on, or I mean, I say back roads, but I mean lower speed limits?
Generally, yeah. I don't love the like aggressive wind tunnel that happens when you have windows open on like highways and stuff.
Gotcha. That's
Which is
fair.
funny because growing up I was backwards. Growing up I was like, I don't like AC. I greatly prefer having windows open. I loved it. But now I've become old and crotchety and I'm like, nope, I don't want windows open.
I like having the windows open. Yeah, I don't mind it.
You know something interesting? Going back to the bee sting
Oh,
thing
yeah.
and that is I honestly I don't know if I'm allergic to bee stings. I assume I'm not because there's genetics tied to that. No one in my family is like deathly allergic to bee stings. But I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp. So I actually don't know.
Did get stung by a wasp like 2 summers ago when we were at work.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
because you mentioned it. We were on the phone, and you mentioned it because you were like, you're like, ow, I think I just got stung by a wasp. And you were like, we were like, hopefully you're not allergic. And you said that like your dad was, and you're like, so hopefully I didn't get it.
Yeah, I was just like, well, we'll see what happens. And like it puffed up a tiny bit, like a normal bug bite sting situation, and then it just went away. And it was fine. And I was,
Yeah.
I think I told you guys, I was like, all right, I'll keep you posted. And like a few minutes later, I was like, I think I'm fine. I think I'm gonna be okay.
Well, I mean, usually anaphylactic reactions are pretty
Yeah,
instantaneous.
I
So
was
yeah.
like, I forgot you guys were on the phone. Yeah, because I just remember I was working and I felt it sting my hand, and I immediately was just like, oh, that's not great.
Were you the one that was you weren't were you because there was someone who got stung by something but they didn't even know what it was. Was that one you as well or was that one not you?
That wasn't me. No, that's what I saw
Okay.
the wasp. So I mean, I knew it was a wasp.
Okay.
That saw me. No, I didn't realize somebody got stung and didn't know what it was.
I think it might have been my brother, but not the brother that works with us, the other brother.
Yeah, you have a lot of brothers.
I think he got stuck because there was one that he was doing something and got stung by something and was like, or like had a sting like a bite or a sting, but he didn't see what it was. So he's like, don't know if it was a spider or a wasp or like who knows what got him.
So like you guys, okay, so you guys aren't really allergic to bug bites then.
Not really, no.
Okay, I will say like my mom, me and my brother, I don't feel like super allergic to bug bites, but my dad and my sister, yeah, like my sister gets
Yeah.
like a mosquito bite. It's way bigger than a normal mosquito bite. And then I know she has a lot of ants where she lives, so it's like you get a lot of like ant bites and stuff.
Do you also have a lot of uncles or just aunts?
Just ants.
And she's allergic to their bites?
Yeah. Anyway, there's these things. I don't know if you've seen them. They're like a little syringe thing that you put over a bug bite and then you pull up on it and it's supposed to like suck all the like poison and whatever out. Do you know about these?
Yeah.
Have you ever used one?
Is that not just like a little mini suction thing?
Yeah, but have you ever used one?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering how well they work. I've just recently seen these in my life because again, it's like, oh, I don't really need one. So, but
I mean,
I was just wondering.
They might work. It depends on how like immediately. You'd have to do it pretty quickly.
I think that's the thing is I think you're supposed to do it like as soon as you notice that you've been bit kind of thing. But I think it's
like you keep it in your pocket and then you get bit and you're like,
I mean,
vacuum suck out all the juices.
I think ideally you're supposed to keep it like somewhere handy and then you can just like your kitchen or something and then you can just use it.
Yeah, but is it that kind of thing where it's like, oh, this is handy, and then as soon as you need it, you can't find it at all?
Not at my house, no. I feel like I can find things when I need them.
Yeah, that's because your house is a weird, like, neat freak's house.
It is a neat freak's house, that's true.
Your house, you walk in and you're like, is this a house someone lives in or a house someone stages?
Oh, that's so nice, Eric.
Except nobody would decorate that on purpose.
So it's staged?
Sure.
Well, if they didn't decorate that way on purpose, wouldn't it? If they did it on purpose?
I don't know.
Wait,
where
now,
I was going.
now
The
I'm
thing
confused.
if you decorate that way on purpose, that could be both options.
Yeah,
It would
that's
have to be
true.
like,
Yeah, because decorate on purpose.
how do you decorate by accident?
Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, decorate on purpose, like you wanted it staged that way, or that's just what you like. Decorate on accident makes me feel like you live there. So decorate on purpose is staged. Decorate on accident is you live there because that's just where things landed while you were living there.
Yeah, decorate on accident is you put something down once and you never cleaned it up.
Or you had a picture and you're like, let me just hang it up to get it up and out of the way, and at least it's on the wall. But then you wanted to move it, but you never do.
Wait.
Huh.
Does that mean that if you just have a disaster of a house, you can say, it's not a disaster, I just decorated by accident?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Because I think even your example of like, oh, you had a picture and you're just trying to get it out of the way, so you threw it on the wall, that still feels like an intentional action.
I mean, it is, but I meant more like that's not where you were. It's not where you were going to final put it. You know what I mean? It's just where it ended up.
Yeah, but I feel like decorating by accident is more like you walk into your house, you're holding like something that like you picked, like say that's just a rock, like a pretty rock or whatever that a little kid gave you or whatever it may be, right? You walk into your house, your hands are full, you set it down on like the mantle temporarily above like a fireplace or something, and then it just ends up living there for like the next 4 months. That's like decorating by accident.
I mean, let's say you have like a wall and you just thumbtack pictures to it that people give you or your kids make you or whatever. And then you have this like collage wall of things that have just been thumbtacked there. Is that accident? That has to be an accident then.
No, because you're still intentionally putting them there.
What if I put them all over though?
It's not really by accident. It's just haphazard and chaotic.
Okay, so only flat surfaced items on a flat surface can be put there by accident.
No, because the way to decorate a wall by accident is to like drop a paint bucket while you're walking past.
That's it though?
Well, maybe if you had like something sticky, like a sticky hand or like those sticky toys that are designed to stick to walls, and you just like threw it at the wall by accident and it stayed there.
What if your kid finds markers and colors a mural on the wall? They did it intentionally, but you didn't ask them to do it.
That's unpaid commission work. It's graffiti.
But graffiti is not an accident.
It is. No, it's not.
Why is it?
You think people accidentally tag walls? You think people are walking past a billboard with a bag of spray paint and just trip and suddenly there's a tag on it?
So if you're driving in your car and somebody T-bones you on purpose, it's no longer an accident because they meant to do that to you.
By definition, it's on purpose.
So what do you call it? You don't call and you say I got in a car accident. You're like, you just call and are like, somebody hit me. That's it. That's all you say.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
It's not by definition. Your question confuses me because you let off with if they hit you on purpose.
Yeah, they did it on purpose, but you did not. That's what I'm asking. I'm asking for clarification. It doesn't matter if both parties did it on purpose or not.
The only reason you would call it an accident.
Did it on purpose? It's not an accident.
The only reason you'd call it an accident is because benefit of the doubt, you don't know they did it on purpose.
But that's what I'm saying. So as long as one party involved did it on purpose, it's not an accident.
Technically, no.
Okay. That's fair.
It's not. I mean, is it?
I am
just definitionally,
with
it's not.
You. I'm just asking you a question. I'm not arguing.
No, but you sound like you're arguing against it. And the thing is,
I'm asking you.
You sound like you're arguing against it. And I'm like, does that not make sense? That makes sense to me. So you agree then?
I agree. I was just asking for clarification of what you thought. Because I would say I initially think if you didn't plan for it to happen, it's still an accident. But I do agree with you that as long as one person intentionally did it, it's probably not an accident.
No.
Yeah.
Well, how do you decorate a wall by accident? I'm still trying to figure out how that would happen. I know how. Say you were like throwing a hammer around in your house just because you're stupid and it slips and like hits a wall and like sticks in the wall and stays there. That's decorating your wall by accident.
What if, yeah, I don't know how you would decorate your walls by accident. I really don't.
Especially with like a painting. I don't know how you do it with like a paint.
Other than painting, I don't know. But then it would have to be that you weren't painting that wall, right? It's a different wall. You walked by with paint not intended for that wall. You trip. You accidentally throw the whole bucket. It splatters over the wall. You think it looks good. You decide to leave it there. Or you're just lazy and you don't want to fix it. And you decide to call it modern artsy chic instead. I don't think I'd call anything chic, but okay. You wouldn't call anything chic? I don't think so. It's not really a word. Not even if you were in like the Middle East and you were like meeting one? Okay, different kind of chic, but okay. Not even if you're playing Legend of Zelda and you encounter definitely not Zelda? I encountered chic. I thought you wouldn't call anything chic. That's a different kind of chic. Sure it is. It's spelled different. Prove it. Do you want me to send you the definitions and the spelling? No, because how do you know that
in the video game, it's not the same thing. Maybe the word chic, their spelling means the same thing, so it is the same.
I don't think it is. Actually, I know it's not. So,
I'm surprised you didn't think initially. You're like, you didn't just know?
well, I don't want to be, dang it. What was the word?
Dumb?
What was the word from our last episode?
Temerary. Temporary.
Temerity?
Temerity.
Temerity. All right. It doesn't work in that sentence.
Temeritus?
Yeah, I don't want to be temeritous.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to be temeritus, but it just happens sometimes.
That's true. That's true. It does happen sometimes. If anyone has opinions on this, please let us know. We would love to know how you accidentally decorate a wall.
Because the problem is, I feel like a lot of the examples that we thought of or that like other people would say, to me, by definition, are not accidental.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's accidental is that it wasn't your intent to leave it there. But again, I'm not even sure that's like an accident. It's just...
Even because one of the ones that popped in my head was, well, what if you hypothetically, like, were holding a painting, a picture you want to put on the wall, you're holding, like, the nail and whatever, and then you blindfold yourself and just, like, have someone do the spin you around in circles thing so it ends up wherever it ends up. But, like, even that, well, the location is accidental. The fact that you put it up is still not accidental.
Yeah. You know what I wish they had in houses are they called painting rails? What are those? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
In old homes, they had like trim that went around the top of the ceiling, and you would put a hook, and then from there you would hang wire in your picture instead of
I think that's because most people don't live in the 1900s and have like oil paintings or 1800s, 1700s. And have like all these massive oil paintings. And also the rest of us are not wealthy nobles.
I mean, I think it was just common in homes because I think you just didn't hammer into your walls.
That's because drywall hadn't been invented yet. The walls were made of like
solid wood picture rail?
Or cinder block or plaster.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think it was picture rail. That's what it's called. It's called the picture rail. But I wish they'd bring those back. I think those are great. Maybe that's how I'll start hanging all the artwork in my house. By picture rail.
That seems like something you would do.
Yeah, it does.
It's not a compliment.
I don't worry about your opinions.
Good, because they're not good.
Not good opinions.
Well, specifically, okay, correction. They're not good in reference to, like, my opinions of you are not good. My opinions in general are not across the board bad.
My opinions?
I did not just mean to say that all my opinions are bad. I wouldn't be inclined to listen to my opinions, because they're, not great. I'm just waiting for you to edit it to where it's just that and not the whole disclaimer. Now I want a t-shirt that says that, just like, my opinions are not great.
Take that how you want.
Beware of my opinions. They're sketchy at best.
Did you see, because it's sort of a wide opinion that everyone has right now. So did you see that Reese's Cups, whatever.
Don't tailor your pronunciation to what society says is correct.
But did you see they're having a whole thing right now because I guess they put out candy at Valentine's Day and people are like, this is bad. It tastes bad. It doesn't taste like a Reese's Cup. I don't like it, right? And then apparently people were looking at the ingredients list and so it's no longer milk chocolate and peanut butter. It's like all this other candy coating stuff, a little bit of chocolate, and then the peanut butter cream stuff or whatever. And so it's basically so many of the ingredients have been like watered down essentially. And so people are like, yeah, these are not great. And so then I guess more recently they've been trying to like bring back the old Reese's Cups. Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
I don't eat them. So I was just curious. Do you eat Reese's Cups? Do you like Reese's?
Yeah, because they're delicious.
Okay. I don't think my husband has eaten them in a little while. So mainly because I haven't bought them. But
called peanut butter cup.
He likes the bar, the Reese's
Are they different?
bar. Yeah, the Reese's like chocolate bar. He likes that better. Anyway, I was just curious. I just thought that was interesting that they changed their formula so drastically that people noticed.
I mean, yeah, but that's just because, like, if you change the recipe on something, especially, there's a
But
level.
you don't think they would have, I mean, to me, it would have been smart to do it really slowly over time to then a point where people almost don't even remember what the original flavor was.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be smarter because there's a level of, if you change it immediately and it's something that's a distinctively well-known thing, like, people are going to notice that you change stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if it's going to be drastic, which, honestly, lowering quality of ingredients usually is. But that's like, did you know? I don't know if I've told you this before. Candy, specifically. Well, it does it in other things, too, but candy specifically. If the candy uses the word chocolatey, so not chocolate, but chocolatey.
Yeah.
Okay? it's because it doesn't contain enough cocoa to actually be called chocolate by like the FDA.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of candies out there that say like covered in a chocolatey coating.
Yes, I've seen that with a lot of things. There's a lot of things that way that they're like, depending how it's phrased or the exact words they use.
Yeah,
That is interesting.
because it's the whole like I'm trying to think of what the other ones are, but yeah, there's other FDA ones too where it's like if it says this, it's because there's nothing that like it's not allowed to be called that or whatever. That's like there was a thing. It didn't end up happening, and just caveat: I love Subway, not sponsored, so this is not a negative thing. I think they're delicious, but there was a thing I saw that like at one point they almost weren't allowed to call their bread
Oh, really?
because because it has enough sugar in it that the FDA almost came down on them and basically said you're not allowed to call this bread. It's more akin to cake, and they won it, so they're still allowed to call it bread. And I think they've changed recipes a little bit, so it's not as bad, I don't think, as it used to be. Maybe not, but yeah, it's got a lot more sugar in it than normal bread, I think.
I mean, I would imagine.
Which is part of why it's fantastic.
I mean, right? Part of it. That's like I have seen a lot of stuff that says it. I can't remember which way it is. If it says no sugar, zero sugar, like that kind of stuff, that they actually put sugar or it's a sugar-like substitute that reacts in your body the same as sugar, but isn't technically classified as sugar by the FDA. So they can say it's zero sugar, but essentially reacts in your body the exact same way as sugar. And I can't.
Oh, you want to know something about
I can't remember which one it is, if it's no sugar or zero sugar, like whatever.
You want to know something about the zero sugar thing? Tic Tacs. Every Tic Tac container you've ever had or seen says sugar-free on it. All of them, right? Right?
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know if you had said right, so I was just like waiting.
I said, and then I was just waiting. I'm like, tell me about Tic Tacs.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Tic Tacs are basically 100% sugar. They're like 80 to 90% sugar. But the reason they get away with it is because if the amount of sugar in a serving is under a certain amount, you don't have to declare it as sugar. And a serving of Tic Tacs is one Tic Tac. So they can say it's sugar-free because the grams of sugar in it are less than what it's required to be able to qualify as sugar-free.
That's very sneaky.
Even though it's basically straight sugar with a little bit of flavor and like mint or whatever, depending on what flavor you have.
You know what I've seen with Tic Tacs? And
the worst part is I love Tic Tacs.
I haven't had Tic Tac in...
They're so good.
I don't even know the last time.
Actually, I don't know if they're my favorite candy, but they're one of those candies that are like never bad, even if they're not one I would seek out.
Yeah. I don't even know the last time I had a Tic Tac. But I think it's wild. I know they're not new, but I've just seen them more recently everywhere, is the mini Tic Tac containers. So instead of having like 50 Tic Tacs, you have a container that holds 8. Have you seen these?
Why?
I don't know. But I'm like, why do you need the mini container?
I want a Tic Tac container that comes with like 400 of them.
You're like, can I get an extra large Tic Tac container?
I want a bulk. I want a big old bucket. I want a tub. I want a tub of Tic Tacs.
A tub of Tic Tacs. That's interesting.
That's so silly.
Yeah, I've seen those recently, and I'm like, why would you want a little mini thing of Tic Tacs?
I want a 5-gallon tub of Tic Tac. A Tic Tac tub.
A Tic Tac tub. You can get, okay, go with me on this. They have a giant box of Tic Tacs that has 60 mini boxes of Tic Tacs in it.
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay. That's, instead of just having a giant thing of Tic Tacs, they just have a giant thing of mini Tic Tacs. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, you're ripping me off because now the space that, because you can see it. You can see it when you're looking at it. There's like all this space because the way the little boxes sit. Like, if that was all Tic Tacs, I'd be getting way more Tic Tacs there.
Oh, yeah, you would. It would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Here's a thought. Mm-hmm. If you scaled Tic Tacs up to the size of that container.
Okay.
But you didn't increase the number of Tic Tacs, you increased the size of the Tic Tacs. So a single Tic Tac was like the size of a potato.
I'm thinking like now we're in jawbreaker candy territory.
Is this an improvement? Or is it worse?
I don't know. It depends. Do you want like jawbreakers? You know what I mean? Are jawbreakers?
I'd eat a potato-sized Tic Tac.
Can you still buy those?
Jawbreakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy You can buy jawbreakers.
I'm just realizing now I buy the same candy all the time.
Because you eat the same like 4 candies and you never eat anything else?
Pretty much, yeah.
That is weird, right? Like there's this trend, and I feel like it happens more with candy than other foods, at least in my experience, where whatever candy is the ones you grew up eating, assuming you liked them,
Yeah.
are the ones you kind of seek out and you kind of just ignore the rest of candy.
Well, yeah, because I think you find what you like, and then you're just like, I'm set now.
Yeah, but there's this whole world of candy out there. And most of us are content eating our like 4 or 5 things we like.
Yeah.
People need to broaden their candy horizon.
I think we need to bring back old school candy shops too, where they have the variety of candies as well.
I mean, those still exist. You just have to find them. They're not.
But that's what I mean.
prevalent.
I want them to be more prevalent.
Speaking of candy, though, I have an idea for candy, and I think you've heard this pitch, but I'm going to pitch it anyway
Okay.
because I think it would do really well.
Okay.
And I think from a candy eating experience, it would be delicious.
Okay.
So here's the idea, okay?
I'm ready.
Elevator pitch. Ready? Ready? Go. Gross candy. People like candy that like is kind of a little bit grossish, but also like yummy still, right?
Okay.
Also, there's this big push for eating bugs
Okay.
because it's a much more renewable source of protein. It's very healthy for you, technically good for you, like a lot of benefits, right?
Right.
So we combine the two and we make a candy. They are shaped like little, I'm thinking like beetles, like little bugs that have like hard shell kind of like shaped bugs. So you shape them like beetles or like little, I forget what those would be called, but the insects or bugs that have like the hard shell. There's a name for that kind of bug. June bugs, beetles, anything that's like small and has like a shell, right?
Ooh, I think one of those, like, what are those? Those jewel beetles? Anyway, go on.
Jewel beetles would be cool. What you do is you have a gummy bug, so like a gummy beetle. In the center is you make it like a gusher, so you fill the center with liquid. So when you bite into it, it like pops and has like goo in it. But you also coat the outside in like a candy coating. So kind of like the outside of like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like the level of crunch that the outside of like maybe an M&M or something like that has, but like it's hard candy. So when you pop it in your mouth, it's hard initially. You bite it and it has like a crunch on the outside and then is gummy in the center and has juice inside that.
Okay.
Because then it would emulate the experience of like eating a beetle or a bug because you're gonna have like the outside shell and then the gooey, like chewy insides and then like the juice in the middle.
Okay, so we're
And I
thinking
think-
like a gusher with a crunchy candy coating on the outside,
Shaped like a beetle.
shaped
yeah.
like a beetle. Well, yeah, that's a given. It has to be. I think this would be big with kids.
I think it'd be really popular because then it'd be kind of gross, but like I think from a experience it'd be really fun because you'd get like the hard candy outside and the like gusher in the center, and it would also be like kind of gross, but in like a cheeky kind of like, I'm eating beetles kind of way.
Yeah, and if you use, what is that, carmine or whatever, one of those red dyes, it is beetles. So then there you go,
Yeah.
bug candy. I also, what it makes me think of is, what's that, creepy crawlers? You know how but they had the one where you could make gummy candy that looked like bugs. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's like that. But yeah, I think this could be big. I think it could be really big. I think kids would like
I
it.
think candy bugs in general, but candy beetles would be good.
Especially at Halloween.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing is, the way it would relate to like reading real bugs is that you get kids more in like the getting used to eating bugs, so that then when like they grow up and we have to start using bugs as like a primary food source because of whatever reasons,
Pick anyone. We
they
don't
will
care.
be more used to it, because of the zombie apocalypse.
Do you think you could eat a candy that looked like a bug?
Oh, easily. Wouldn't bother me.
I don't know. I think I
Here's the thing. People get grossed out by the concept of eating candy bugs, but people eat gummy worms all the time.
I think mine, okay, here's my thing. It would depend on the bug. You're talking beetles? I don't know. Anything with antenna, I think it would.
A gummy cockroach?
Oh no. Oh no. No. Mm-mm.
That's like the jumbo
No.
version or gummy cockroaches.
Oh, gosh. I would have to avoid the candy aisle if they had.
And you bite into them and it's like they're so big, there's so much juice
Oh,
inside it, like
that's
floods your
so
mouth.
gross.
It's just like and like cracks and then it just like wet every of the like goop.
Oh, I hate it. Gummy worms are one thing. Gummy beetles, fine. But cockroaches or like a grasshopper, no, I can't do it.
Gummy crickets.
Gummy crickets, no.
You don't want to eat a candy cockroach? Come on.
No. I don't think you understand my hatred of cockroaches.
But it would be like, just think about the mess and like the way it cracks and then you got all the juice.
Yeah, this is like I said, kids love it. But no, gross.
I'd eat a gummy cockroach. The more lifelike, the better.
Gross. I hate cockroaches. Oh, they're creepy. Have you ever had one of those candies though that actually has a bug in it? Or like I know there was somewhere that had chocolate covered ants or something like that.
I have not had. I've had. I literally own a somewhere in my house. I have one of those like lollipops with a scorpion inside it. Never
Yeah,
eaten it.
that's what I was wondering. I've never eaten them. I've never wanted to eat them. I do remember growing up and my brother was kind of like, try that or like, the like chocolate covered bugs.
Yeah,
He's like, okay. And I was, nope. I'm like, I'm good.
I'd
Thank
try a
you.
lot of bugs. I would actually try most bugs. I've had crickets, like roasted crickets.
I think like most things, I just would want it mashed up into a thing that I wouldn't know what I was eating, you know?
Here's the real question for you,
Yeah.
Cassie. Are bugs vegan? No.
No.
Why not?
What do you mean it's a living thing?
Bugs don't count.
I mean, that, okay.
They don't. They shouldn't count.
I mean, but that's the whole thing right there. I mean, it's up to each person to decide what they feel counts or not. But
Okay, but would you eat bugs?
no, I will not. But just as a generic baseline, no, they're not vegan. But no, I don't want to eat bugs. I'm good. Like I said, I realize bugs are on things and in things and they get in factories and all that. Like that gross people out about their food and everything. But it's just like I don't want to know I'm eating a bug.
So what you're saying is if there's bugs in your vegan hot dogs, you wouldn't care. But if it was a bug hot dog, you would care.
I mean, yeah, it's like because that's the thing, right? Nothing you eat that's processed, there are bugs in it. There are. That's how it is. Um, but I don't know that, right? So I could be like, oh no, it's fine. But I don't want you to hand me a cricket and be like, or a grasshopper and be like, here's your vegan hot dog. Like, I'm good.
Okay, but to be fair, if I walked out with a slice of bread and it just had a single cricket in the center and I said, here's your vegan hot dog, that's like wild behavior for me.
Oh, that'd be one of those moments where I'd stare at you because it would actually be hard not to laugh.
Because that would be insane. Here's your vegan hot dog. It's just a single cricket in the middle of the bread. And because crickets aren't even that big, it would be like tiny.
I said grass. I was trying to change it to grasshopper after I said cricket. I was like, grasshopper.
Single cricket in the middle of that thing.
Like,
here's your vegan hot dog.
How big is a locust?
Locusts? I think they're about the same. I don't think they're really much bigger.
They
might
can get
be.
up to 6 inches in length.
Ugh.
How big?
I take it all back. They are bigger. Ugh.
Grasshopper. Yeah, grasshoppers can get to about 1 inch. Oh, it said there are some species that can get up to 3 inches.
What you're saying is you could take a locust and put it in the hot dog bun
Yeah.
and it would be like the size of a hot dog.
If you get a larger one, yeah. That's really crazy. I didn't really, I mean, like, I kind of had the impression that locusts could get kind of big, but I did not realize they could get that big. That's crazy.
That's horrifying. That's awful. The idea of a locust basically a grasshopper that big is just very upsetting.
Do you find them creepy? Like, do you find those kind of bugs? Whoa!
No, I don't specifically find them creepy so much as just the concept of one that big is kind of creepy.
I'm going to send you a picture of one.
Kind of like, it's not that the bug itself is creepy, but it's that thing where...
It's because you typically see it as a smaller creature.
Yeah, it's when you see abnormal. A critter that's not supposed to be that size at a certain size or something, it's upsetting. Yeah, that's upsetting.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, right? It's like ants aren't scary, but if you saw a dog-sized ant, you'd be like, what is that?
I'd be like, what am I living in? Ant-Man, the movie? I mean, there's dog-sized ants in that movie. That's the point of the comment. Anyway,
I got it.
Moving on. Anywho.
Anyway, back to...
Hey, Cassie, I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
If you could milk some sort of food other than a nut, what would it be as a vegan? Because you know how there's nut milks and there's almond milk and pistachio milk and walnut milk and every other nut milk. If you could just make a milk from a food, what would you make?
I will say like hemp milk is really good.
No. Not one that exists.
Oh,
just like
a new one.
Inventing a
I'm
new one.
making a whole new one. Well, I was thinking that's not really. I guess those are kind of seeds though. A whole new one. What would I pick? Hmm. Hmm. Also, hmm. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. First of all, let me. What I want to know is what makes something juice. You know what I'm saying? Is it the process that it goes
You
through?
mean as opposed to milk? What do you mean juice?
Yeah. Like,
I
because
don't
I'm
know.
thinking
You're the
like
one that has a like nut milk maker.
broccoli,
What do you call it? An
right?
almond
But then I'm
cow.
like, is that like what is juicing?
Juicing is just expressing the liquids out of the object. It's like taking all the wetness out
Oh,
of it.
okay, okay. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Because then I'm thinking, I don't know. Now I kind of want to try some different things. I don't think I really want vegetables, though. I don't think anything vegetable would be
What
good.
about sunflower milk?
I know that they make sunflower ice cream, so that has to be sunflower milk. Oh, we should get some sunflower seeds and try this.
Ooh,
That actually sounds delicious.
that sounds really good.
Sunflower milk. Yeah, that sounds good.
Slightly nutty flavor, rich and silky.
I have had the sunflower ice cream, which is pretty good. So that's why I was like, I think sunflower milk would be. Pumpkin? Ooh, I don't think I've ever tried pumpkin. I bet that would be really good.
Pumpkin milk? Oh, pumpkin seed
Pumpkin
milk.
seed
Yeah.
milk. Yeah.
I bet that would be really good too. Did you look that up or?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just kind of like looking up more like unique milks instead of like you said, like the typical like almond cashew. I will say
Yeah.
pecan milk, amazing, but it is sweet. I feel like naturally. And so I feel like it makes a really good creamer. I probably wouldn't use it in everyday type situations, but pecan creamer,
It looks like you can get sunflower milk in town.
yeah, but we should just make it.
No, that seems like work.
I mean, it's literally okay. The almond cow, amazing. I don't know if anyone out there cares, but if you want to make whatever plant milks at home, it's so easy. It's like you fill the little basket with whatever, like coconut, oats, whatever it is. And then you fill the little reservoir up, you put the whole thing together, you press a button, done.
I bet pumpkin milk and sunflower milk would be pretty good.
We should do this one day. We should just buy different seeds and then just try milks.
Can you make corn milk?
I mean, I think so, right?
Is that just what creamed corn is? Is corn milk?
In my mind, yeah. Yeah, corn milk. I don't see why you couldn't, right? Like, it's a seed of its own kind.
A seed of its own kind. That sounds like a idiom.
Corn milk, a refreshing summer drink to try. It
Blended
seems
corn kernels, water, and sweeteners.
gross, but I'm down to try it.
Hey, 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 hey. Very first thing pops up. This is the AI overview, and this is proof why AI overviews are morons. It says corn milk is a sweet, creamy, dairy-free, emphasis on dairy-free beverage made from blended corn kernels, water, and sweeteners, like condensed milk.
But it was there.
I don't think that's dairy-free.
This says that you can make corn milk Vietnamese style by using pandan leaves and coconut milk. Some
Huh.
people make it with condensed milk, honey, cinnamon, and nutmeg for extra richness. But I mean, I feel like you could add the cinnamon and nutmeg no matter which I mean, I don't know actually because the Vietnamese style says it gives more of a tropical flavor, so you may not
You
want to
can
add.
make quinoa milk.
I bet quinoa milk would be good. Like I bet it'd be like really earthy.
You can make pea milk as well.
Yes, you can make pea milk. I did.
What
know
about
that.
macadamia nut milk?
Macadamia. I wonder.
Pumpkin and sunflower we got.
Pumpkin and sunflower are the highest on my list right now to try. I really, really want to try these. I think that would be delicious. And then I'll make you some pecan, and you can try that because I think you would love that. It's so good, especially in coffee.
You can make potato milk?
Potato milk. What would potato milk be like, though? I don't know if I'm on board for potato
No,
milk.
potato milk is wild. How do you make potato milk?
I want to know how you make sweet potato milk.
Flax milk makes sense. Walnut milk makes sense. I was looking at a list. How does one spell potato? I just had that was so
Potato.
weird. I just had this moment of I don't know how to spell the word. Creamy, neutral taste. What is it made out of?
Potato.
Boiled potatoes, water, and sometimes added fat.
Cherry
Boiled potatoes,
chocolate. Oh, that sounds delicious.
blend with water and a pinch of salt, strain through cheesecloth. It's literally just pureed, really thinly pureed potato.
I mean, that's most milks, yeah. It's just you blend them up with milk or water and then you strain them through cheesecloth. What about apple milk?
Ugh.
It sounds worse. I don't like apple juice, so I'm not on board. This is yeah.
I was looking up potato milk and I saw a post on, I think it's Reddit, and the person was like, I just asked my wife, did you know potato milk is a thing? And she replied, you mean vodka? Which, you know what? You make a good point.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Okay, so top of your list, Pumpkin milk,
I think
sunflower
I
milk.
think vodka's more like potato juice. But it's peely nut.
I don't know.
Peely nut. I don't know. Just a type of nut rich in magnesium, copper, and other essential nutrients. I don't know why when I read copper, was that you that was telling me you were listening to something and the guy didn't realize that when it says like iron that you're in your blood work, it means actual iron or something.
Yeah, I was listening to a different podcast and he was like, I just found out that when iron says iron on like ingredients and stuff, it's not actually iron. And the other people are like, yeah, it is. And he's like, no, it's a different thing. And they're like, no, that's just straight up iron.
Iron. Yeah, I don't know why when I read that. I don't know what peely nuts are. They kind of look like pistachios. Oh, sweet potato milk. There's a recipe right here for it.
Sweet potato is going to be different though.
No, I know, but I can't imagine making it is different.
Yeah, but I mean, didn't I tell you? It's basically just like potatoes pureed with water.
Yeah, so same thing. We can use my almond cow. We'll just put the potato in the little thing, put it in the water. Boom, we're done. Black sesame milk. All right, we got a lot of milk to try. Are we gonna like make all of these and line them up and like rate them?
I mean, I'd be down. You know what this sounds like to me though? It sounds like a great episode for the first guest.
Oh yes, first guest, and they come and try different milks with us.
Sunflower milk, pumpkin seed milk,
macadamia and sunflower. Ooh. That could be delicious.
Let's make one that will make us fail every drug test. Let's make poppy seed milk.
Yes, let's do it. I'm down. Watermelon seed milk.
I bet you that'd be really good actually.
I didn't know you could eat watermelon seeds.
Yeah.
Watermelon seed milk. It's just watermelon seeds, dates, or maple syrup, vanilla extract optional, and there you go. We're gonna have to.
I love how they're like, watermelon seeds have no flavor, so let's add a bunch of flavor.
Yeah, I mean, that's most of these things, almost everything. I don't mean to say this in any kind of way, but the amount of things that have so many added ingredients for no reason, amazing.
Yeah, you need to create a list of all these milks so that we know which.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through and write all these down, and then we'll have to get the ingredients, make them, and try them out. And then, okay, so also, I guess if anyone listening has a plant milk suggestion or a combination of things or something you want us to try, feel free to let us know.
Just don't make apple seed milk because that's basically just making very diluted cyanide.
Also, I hate apple juice in a lot of apple things. I weirdly like apples, but I don't want to eat apples in any other way. I will not.
You know what?
I won't be taking that.
That's why we're not really friends.
Good. I'm glad.
Good.